Hey guys, welcome to the fourth set between Luxury and BeSt. And BeSt showing some scrappiness last game. Coming out, I thought that game was gone for sure. Like, even though I was saying like, oh, you can't count them out, because remember Nada, I really did not believe it in the depths of my heart, to be honest with you. This is going to be on Othello, so maybe we'll see a little bit longer game. It's been really fast thus far. Looks like Luxury is going to be starting in the bottom right-hand corner in blue. In the upper left-hand corner, I believe that was BeSt in red. Yep, in red. And this match, I stand corrected. Caller was telling me that the stats are just about even on this map. Should be more of an economical game. I think Othello tends to play more towards the long-term macro. I've noticed actually in the OSL they tend to set the maps up like that. They want one that's really kind of creative, one that's kind of micro-oriented, and then they always go for one that's kind of more macro-oriented. They try to get the balance across the set, and I do think that this will be, hopefully we'll see a more macro-oriented game. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think that tends to favor BeSt, so maybe we'll see BeSt in pure form with those crazy storms that we know we're capable of, and I gotta feel like Luxury has to be shaken up after that last game.
Yeah, and it seems that the Artist Guild or something is definitely all rooting for BeSt, because there are just some absolutely great drawings of him, like all over the crowd. I mean, these people are just spending hours and hours preparing signs and pictures of BeSt. And of course, that's what all these hardcore StarCraft fans in Korea do. They do spend a lot of time just making signs and you know, face masks and whatever before games to support their player. But it seems anyway, BeSt is scouting in the upper right. Didn't see Luxury putting down a spawning pool yet, so perhaps for once he won't go for the spawning pool before hatchery. Perhaps he will go for the fast expand instead. And we did see BeSt put out his pylon at his natural expansion, so we're probably going to see the Forge first expansion here. But I stand corrected. Luxury once again going for the 12 pool here, and he's going to be getting his gas also. This looks pretty fast. Might be even a little faster than the 12 pool. However, this time he is at cross positions to BeSt, so I'm not sure if he's going to put on the same amount of pressure as before, and hence I don't know if he's going to be able to take much of an advantage with this build here. Here we see BeSt finally getting a scout into Luxury's base. He's going to see the relatively early pull here, and he's going to have to react by putting up at least one cannon before his Nexus. And we are going to see those speedlings once again for Luxury. I think that was actually something like a 10 pull. It could have been. Oh, and we're seeing a Nexus going up. A little bit of I don't know, a little bit of a sigh from the crowd or something. But I guess he figures with the distance here, he can hold it off, and he probably will be able to. He's got his first cannon morphing in, or spawn, yeah, warping in right now. I think Luxury does not yet have a spot on BeSt base, so his Zerglings are going to be a little bit slower in getting to that. And I do agree with you, Diggity. I think BeSt is best when it comes to more of a long-term game, and we could be seeing some crazy storm drops from him on this map at using the ledge positions on Othello. And I mean, I think after last game, BeSt's self-confidence has got to be renewed. And honestly, I don't know why Luxury. I don't know. I mean, he just looked like he was so shocked afterwards. I hope that hasn't affected his temperament too much.
Ooh, Zergling's coming up fairly quickly. I'm surprised that Luxury backed off there. That second cannon hadn't even morphed in yet. I think he could have snuck the Zerglings in and maybe done some damage in the backfield. Usually you'll see Zerg players press that, but I guess he's not too worried about it because he doesn't have a full 6. But yeah, I think BeSt took a huge risk there. No, and then now he has the pro blockade finally. But putting that Nexus down first of all, he knew that Luxury had not scouted his base off, and then I think that was an overpool. I'm not positive. We didn't get a really good spot at Luxury's base to start there, but I think that was an overpool from Luxury, so I knew he had a little bit of additional time to continue to build. And he, again, cross-map position, so long distance to go to get the Zerglings there, so not as concerned about that 9 pool, and I think that's going to set Luxury a little bit back early. In the meantime, that second Nexus is up, still a couple probes blockading, but BeSt is going to be in a better economic position than he was before. And a lot of Zerglings gathering up for Luxury. Luxury's going to try to press this with a big Zergling attack right now, and he is going to be able to get some Zerglings through. This is looking bad for BeSt already in game 2, and we'll see if he can he's going to have to fend this off with just probes at the moment. We'll see if he can maybe just bring down the secondary, but it's probably he's going to lose his main Nexus here in the meantime. Wow. Going to lose his Nexus here in the main, and Luxury going for the killing blow. This is horrible. So BeSt once again going to be starting off on the back foot, and that's got to be discouraging maybe, but BeSt actually making the best of it and doing a good job. He's only lost a couple probes and just trying to bring those probes as bait alongside to keep his Nexus alive. I think Luxury should just focus on it though. Now starting to focus on it. Looks like he might be able to take it down. Those probes trying to gather up so they can do an attack. The Zealot coming in now, and wow, BeSt somehow managing to put up a stalwart defense to allow that Zealot to get up. The question is is with those probes and that zealot, can he get it done? But still in a bad position, losing a lot of probes, and now those looks like those zerglings are speed upgraded, doing a really good job with that harass. Luxury looks like he's in a good position to take this down.
Oh, but Luxury actually losing 3 Zerglings there to the probes and the Zealot, and actually, I think he would have been better off sniping off that Nexus. I really think so. I don't think he needed to do as much fancy dancing as he did there. I think if he just focused on the Nexus and just maybe when the probes attack, just stopped for a second and fought back a little bit, I think he would have been better off. But I'm not the pro here, but I do think that leaving that Nexus could haunt him later on in this game, because these Zerglings are probably not going to be able to pick it off, especially if a second Zealot comes. And we are going to see BeSt fight survive to the mid game at least. Meanwhile, in Luxury space, we're seeing a lair being morphed in, and I think he's only got 2 hatcheries right now. He's working off of only 2 hatches, and if this Nexus doesn't go down, I mean, the fact that it's burning is not going to be able to do too much. And nice micro there by Luxury, still keeping these lings alive, but not able to do too much damage. I think he picked off maybe a total of 6 or 7 probes, so certainly he's not far behind. He's not behind at all. Actually, Luxury has gotten for their second expansion, so he's definitely taken a little bit of a lead here with the probe kills and everything. But he has managed to keep. Oh, and BeSt finally executing that Zergling. So I'm wondering if BeSt is going to change his build by the fact because of the fact he's been slowed down a little bit. We are seeing a Spire here from Luxury, so hopefully BeSt is still going for that Stargate first.
We'll see if he goes to, yeah, Stargate. He is getting a Stargate alongside. That's somewhat fortunate for him. I feel like if Luxury, I'm surprised Luxury's going for the Spire. I guess he's just assuming he slowed BeSt down enough at this point, and just. But I think if he had gone with Hydralisk at this point, the game would be over. Luxury now at 3 bases. He's still in the lead at this point, and we'll see. Actually, I'm going to be curious if BeSt decides to go with some sort of kind of cute proxy action out in the middle. Got really late game proxy. I think that's the only thing he can do at this point to really get back in it. He's way behind economically. Luxury looks like he's got all 3 bases running at a pretty good standard. I think Luxury is really going to have to screw up big here at this point, or BeSt is going to have to do something miraculous to win this game once again. And here's a probe out in the field. Looks like an Overlord is heading towards it, and I think this is what I was talking about. I think this is BeSt bringing that probe up, trying to be a little cute with it, and it looks like Zerglings are going to pounce on it fairly quickly, and I think it was heading that unclock position. Did manage to get an Overlord kill to even things out a little bit, and it looks like, oh, it might be able to get that. No, that probe's completely screwed. It's hard against that many Zerglings that are speed upgraded. In the meantime, BeSt and 2 more hatcheries going down off the Spire. This confuses me. I don't see a Hydralisk Den. He's going into 4 hatcheries off the Spire, which is going to slow it down, and also putting down an Evolution Chamber. So Luxury kind of mixing up his build a little bit, which confuses me. Again, didn't have the Hydralisk Den down, went Spire instead, and then there's the Hydralisk Den now a little bit later. I think he should have gone for that first if he was in fact going late. I guess just trying to counter Luxury, wanted the early Scourge up just to make sure that, just maybe to get the scat off and make sure that the Corsairs weren't out on the map, killing his Overlords in the meantime. In the meantime, looks like BeSt does have a good Corsair force out, but still, I got to worry about BeSt's chances here. Luxury's base is basically unharassed. He's going to have 4 hatcheries in a minute, and he's going to have a lot of Hydralisks running at him. I don't know that he's really going to have, with that early economic hit, if he's going to be able to get the Templar out in time, and the Psystorm that he really needs to hold it back.
Yeah, I agree with that, but at the same time, I just kind of wish that Luxury went for almost like a Zerg versus Terran build. It just gone for 9-10 Mulisks right then, gone in for the harass. I mean, at that time, BeSt had 2 or 3 Corsairs, and with good enough micro, that many Mulisks could have taken care of them, especially with some Scourge along. But now we're going to see this game definitely evolve towards the mid game here. Enough Scourge are soon going to be enough up for BeSt so that these he could really start proceeding with the Corsair Reaver combination. And Corsair Reaver is darn powerful on a map like this, I feel, where it's very open, and you can really just go from place to place, especially because Luxury has expanded 2 times instead of just once. He is going to be a little bit stretched out, and if he doesn't have much luck scouting or with his Corsairs, we could be seeing a lot of damage done by BeSt. And BeSt, meanwhile, getting that +1 upgrade at the Cybernetics Core for the attack of the air units, and he's got the shuttle out waiting for the Reaver to come out. 3rd gas going out for Luxury, so Luxury is going to be doing fine. He's going to be getting a lot of upgrades soon, and he's actually, interesting enough, he went for the went for this Spire first, but now he's got up to 5 or I think it's 6 hatcheries morphing right now. So he's going to be going for more of a Sauron Zerg build, going for the fast expansions, and going for probably a lot of Hydralisks and Zerglings in the mid game with some Scourge. Meanwhile, we're seeing a couple of Zealots inside of that shuttle for BeSt. A lot of Scourge up, so definitely Luxury knows Corsair Reaver is coming. And oh wow, this Scourge just I don't know if the Scourge spotted that huge force of Corsairs there, but they would be in trouble if they had if they were trying to intercept it. They'd be in trouble. And now we're seeing basically I'm pretty sure, yeah, by this point I'm pretty sure Luxury knows a Reaver is coming, and basically he has to, for the Zerg player now, you have to be careful with your Scourge, but you have to be just a very careful scouter, and you have to basically see the drops coming and threaten them. Not necessarily pick off the shuttle, but threaten them with your Hydralisks and with your Scourge. And now we're seeing the drop coming down towards the southeast here.
I really think Luxury might have been better off just going a quick tech to Hive, not so much to get Hive tech, but so much to get the Nidus Canals. The one disadvantage of going Hydralisks on a big map like this is the mobility. It's really hard for those Hydralisks moving around. Reaver going down, it is going to be able to get a free shot at these, getting 2 drones right there, just picking off where he can, disrupting as much of Luxury's economy as possible. That is a lot of
the Scourge! The Scourge sleeping on the job!
Yes,
oh man, they couldn't pick that shot off.
But that's the thing with Corsair Reaver, it's very mobile, and that is the one advantage that BeSt currently does have over Luxury. We'll see if he can, he's got a lot of Corsairs up in the air. I'm surprised that Luxury allowed that, well, I guess not allowed that to happen, but it ended up happening, and now just taking off some shots, picking off one more, what was that, drone in the meantime. Man, can't talk all of a sudden. But that is the one advantage that BeSt has, is he's got those Corsairs that can go everywhere, he's got the speed upgraded shuttle, he can move big distances very quickly. Oh, Hydralisk almost catching right there,
nice.
And Luxury's, it's kind of like, when your hands are extremely cold, you're just kind of fumbling about with those Hydralisks across the map, which is why I think if he can tech to, I think he'll be in a good position still if he can get another, I don't know, another hatchery out in the field and get a Nidus Canal so he can just improve his mobility a little bit, or maybe even go drop and try to move out that way. I think that was actually the reasoning behind that quick Spire, is he wanted to make sure he still had some mobility around the field, but right now, outnumbered by Corsair, Protoss can very quickly dominate the air with those Corsair over Zerg opponents. So actually this might carry, I don't think BeSt is in too bad a position. He's got a critical mass of Corsairs, he's still got that Reaver running around, and right now Luxury is at a very big distance to him and can't really push up any sort of harassment. 3 evolution chambers down, so going for very heavy upgrades in the meantime though.
Yeah, Luxury is definitely waiting for his Hive Tech to come in though. I think he'll be very powerful then, but right now he's probably at his weakness, and wow, 2 Reavers down inside of his base, and Luxury did not spot it this time. Oh, he's losing a lot of drones. He's lost probably 6 drones already, and now he's gonna, like you said, yeah, it's gonna take so long for him to get over there, and by that time the Reaver has already escaped. It's long gone with that speed shuttle, and so Luxury in a bit of trouble here despite having all those expansions. Now comes a fast speed lot attack here with the Dragoons, and now with 2 Reavers in the back here. Oh, 1 Reaver, I think. Oh my goodness, that Reaver took down so many Hydras, and that Reaver doesn't even go down. Looks like BeSt microing excellently. Both Reavers still alive, and now with so many speed lots in his base, basically Luxury's force just completely wiped away by those Reavers there, and Luxury not expecting this. I think BeSt was very, very smart there by drawing the Luxury's forces back to his main base with that first drop, and now following up with a main attack at the front there. Just a very good 1-2 punch.
Wow, level 1 weapons. Level 1 weapons really playing a huge key there on those Hydralisks with the speed. Luxury didn't have it scouted out. He didn't have the lurkers to deal with it, and now it looks like his entire front base completely decimated. We'll see if BeSt might even be able to bring that. Might even be able to take that second hatchery out with some reinforcements with those Zealots, and still enacting damage with this shuttle. You can see that shuttle just roaming around, finally taken down, but not before there's at least 18 kills on that single Reaver, and still 2 Zealots there in the area, and more reinforcements pushing across. Really catching, and I think he's. If he wasn't completely caught up because of some fantastic macro before, he is completely caught up now. Now going after that 3rd base at that mineral expansion. The Reaver just crawling across the map at this point. They come push and attack, and it's actually, wow, it crawled the entire way. And very quickly it's going to be alongside these Zealots to push in another attack against Luxury, and I don't think Luxury's prepared.
No, I don't think he's prepared at all. I think he's being basically, if BeSt keeps leaning and leaning on him, I think he might be able to break through. And if he manages to take off this hatchery, I think he'll be firmly in the lead in this game. And really, Luxury is going to have to either decide to defend here or to fall back to a second line of defenses. Oh, and he's caught him. Oh, wow. Good pull there by Luxury. I thought he was going to lose a lot of drones there. And Luxury is just working still with Hydras, because he does have 1-1 upgrades for Hydras. But critically, very surprisingly, no lurkers up for Luxury. Perhaps that's what he was about to research and about to get, but when his attack went in. But I'm just very surprised. He went for 3 evolution chambers, but no lurkers, no tech yet. Perhaps he just wasn't expecting BeSt to move out. Perhaps he was just expecting a bit of a harass, and then for the game to move into late game. Here comes a counterattack from Luxury. He needs to get a surround on that Reaver. Nice snipe there with the speedlings of the Reaver, and now without a Reaver, I think these speedlots are going to get taken care of, but not before taking down the hatchery in the middle. And now Luxury's forces are divided. He's got 2 bases, I think, to the left of this. I'm not sure if that's 1 base or 2 bases, but those bases are pretty much undefended. And yeah, we're seeing that BeSt certainly knows that they're there, and these speedlots are going to be able to make short work of this base here. I'm not sure. I think BeSt, wow, this is going to be a close fight here, though. Luxury bringing in a lot of forces here, and I think he's just barely going to be able to pick off those speedlots. Yeah, he is going to pick off these speedlots, so nice work there by Luxury picking them off, but certainly BeSt here at 3 bases, Luxury at, I think, 3 bases, perhaps 4, I'm not sure what the left side one is, but that Scourge is hanging out there, but BeSt coming down with another speed shuttle here. He is going to get spotted, so if this one goes down, Luxury might be able to basically secure the front for a little bit of time. He needs a little bit of breathing room. He just needs some time to recover, get up some lurkers, get up some tech. He needs a Scourge. I really hope he has some Scourge ready. If he doesn't, this could be absolutely devastating. This might actually be a storm drop. On my wild guess, I'm not sure if Templar are up, but yeah, just BeSt just having free reign over the air. Oh, this is a storm drop. We're seeing 1 High Templar being dropped here, probably to intercept the Hydras and try to pick him up. Oh, he's going into the back area. I don't think Hydras. Well, no, never mind. Hydras can follow there. So oh wow, and was that the shuttle or the observer getting picked off? I'm not sure.
Looks like that shuttle got taken out by some Scourge. So
nice
able
work
to take
there.
it out. Now Dark Templar out in the field, and this is what I like seeing from BeSt. Those Dark Templar are really going to disrupt Luxury's movement once again. Those Hydralisks going to have to be pinned to some Overlords, and he's still got, I think he still has a pretty good sized Corsair force. I don't think he lost all of it earlier. Maybe he did actually. I don't see them around the field. I'm kind of waiting for them. And that's going to force Overlords to get basically exposed out there. And this is basically BeSt is using this map to the utmost advantage. He knows that Luxury is in a Hydralisk build, that he has trouble moving around. In the meantime, he's going to go basically fast units and force him to basically just harass and make force more of a micro commitment on Luxury while he continues to macro up, doing a fantastic job macroing. Got a lot of Dragoons out there, so he's expecting either Ultralisks or probably Lurkers at this point, but I don't see Luxury with either. Luxury looks like he was just planning on winning it with just pure Zerglings and Hydralisks at this point, but it's just not working out. He just keeps putting up hatcheries, but honestly he hasn't been able to get a lot done. He just completely untouched BeSt aside from that early pin, and in a bit of trouble now, though, that single shuttle keeping all of his forces back, and as you can see now it looks like he's got an Overlord pushing up there. I don't think there's anything in it though. At least gonna have the spot out, and now BeSt going to the 6 o'clock position, gonna be able to take that Overlord out, and I don't, pinning Luxury. This is a nice double attack here, because as you can see Luxury is going to have to bring those troops from the north here and reinforcement and maybe be able to pin it in, but either way he's going to be separated. He can't defend both locations at once. Bring in the Zerglings from behind, but there's Reavers there to help defend. Bring in the Hydralisks from the south. Zealots have managed to get in. Now those Zerglings going in. Zerglings very good once they get mixed in with there, but nice Storms to defend there. Those Zerglings, oh, huge Weaver Scarab there, killing a lot of those Zerglings. The Zerglings only able to take out a single Reaver, and there's still a lot of Dragoons up in the meantime. More Side Storm going off. There's still that Dark Templar in the mix, and now morph to Archon. Beautiful micromanagement from BeSt across the board there, keeping those Dragoons alive. He's going to probably have to back off now, but he might be able to catch this hatchery. I know it's severely damaged. Yeah, it's just going to work on it, and just, yes, takes it down. That's exactly what he needed to do right now. And BeSt in actually a very good position now. He's got Luxury back down to essentially the 3 main bases. He's having to back all those drones off, and he's stopped production. He's taking a production advantage over Luxury. Luxury at this point of the game, and I did not expect this after that early Zergling harass. Usually you do not see this big a gap reopen at this level in the game, and some Dragoons back there going to get picked off here. More Psystorm going off, going to lose both one of his observers there. Didn't back it off in time, so a little bit of a messed up. Probably going to lose, almost losing the observer from that backing off just in time. Now more Zerglings coming from behind, but Dark Templar there in position to deal with it, as well as the Zealots. Yeah, Luxury backed off into 3 bases, and he might just, he's trying to produce out of so many bases, and he's just been bleeding units at this point. He might end up just running dry here versus BeSt, who just keeps him on his heels.
Oh, just check out that storm, that Zergling storm. Wow. Another great storm on the Lings, just knowing that the Protoss units are just so much more durable than Zerglings, of course. And we're seeing basically the final stages of the Protoss juggernaut here, the complete tech tree. And I don't think Luxury can come back from this. This is going to be a good game very soon. I'm just so amazed that Luxury let this happen. I feel like this game partially I'd say it's 30% BeSt's brilliance, and I'd say 70% Luxury's just not finishing off the game again, just like in last game. GG. I mean, BeSt playing magnificently in this game, but I still feel that after Luxury went for that early Zergling harass, that he had the game in hand. That really, I really preferred either, as you said, to go for the early Hydras and try to bust open the front, or I still think going for Mutalisks right after the Spire completed would have been a good idea, because I mean, at that point, once the Spire completed, I expected some eggs to morph, and what I saw was another hatchery, a Hydra's den, and an evolution chamber all going on at once. And I smelled trouble for Luxury. I just felt that going for the Spire first, you really need to get some Mutalisks out and just try to do a harass. But BeSt just showing absolutely amazing play at the end. I'm surprised that that Luxury didn't decide to go for some tech later on. I mean, even at the very end of the game, all he had were Zerglings and Hydralisks. And it doesn't matter if you have a Hive up and a million expansions up, Zerglings and Hydras just won't cut it against such a large force. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Wow. BeSt, I have to say, looks like a champion there. Luxury just letting this slip through his hands. He's got to be frustrated going to Game 5, but it is going to be on Hwangdo. Keep in mind that is very Zerg favored. So see you guys Game 5 in just a moment. Whoever wins is going to advance to the final. Whoever loses is going home. Thank you guys for listening.